Alrighty, I should not be going live at this time. Super late, but I have to do it anyway. Oh, they're waiting. Let's see. Let me I don't know if I'm live. Are we live? All right, we're live. Man, I do not feel like doing this right now, but this is probably a serious update on what we're about to see here next week with this possible hurricane that we might have to deal with next weekend. Hopefully we don't see that. I am very tired. I should not be streaming, but I'm doing it anyway. So this is a live update on the tropics. I mean, I forgot to discuss that in the previous live stream, but unfortunately we got some big issues that we have to talk about. One being with the models, two, what the upcoming hurricanes and stuff like that are about to occur next week. So I'm going to be talking about those a lot in this live stream, or this short live stream. But yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Anyways, man, I am so tired right now. So we're going to be talking about what the National Hurricane has to say about what's going to occur next week. Sorry if I'm a little silent. I'm just texting my friends that we are going to go bowling tomorrow, which is pretty fun. Can't wait for that to happen. I want to bowl after like a month of me just doing nothing, because there's no severe weather. There's no anything happening except for the tropics. The tropics are definitely waking up in a big way. All right, this is just a brief live stream. Anyways. So we're going to be talking about the 7-day outlook. So right now we have three interesting areas of tropical activity. We've got one right now in over here. This is a small 10% chance of it forming into a tropical depression. I don't see much of a concern with this one, but definitely, if there's any fish out there, probably need to be aware of that. Another area of interest, which is a little bit greater, is over here in the over here near close to Africa. This one's going to be, it's going to either go this way or go this way. So my best hope it would go this way. It's to see if any troughs will just stop it from coming into the U.S. or making landfall anywhere in particular. But unfortunately, this is where we have to focus. This area right over here is where we have to watch very closely, because there is a 70% chance of development. A 70% chance. This is pretty high, and usually I wouldn't be too scared about it, because it's a formation of a tropical depression or a tropical storm. But the thing is, it's going to form right here, and it's going to cause problems throughout into the Gulf of Mexico. If there were any hurricanes to develop anywhere around here in the Gulf, that's going to be an issue, because we could see heavy rainfall, flash storm surge, tornadoes, damaging winds. It wouldn't be good. It would not be good. So this area is the most concerning area if I lived in Cancun or something like that. But right now we're going to check the models later, but you can see there's a 70% chance. They even talked about it too. It's very likely that this is going to become a tropical depression. It also could become a tropical storm too. Like it's a possibility that a tropical storm could develop. But it just depends. It depends on what's going to happen. We can't really predict the future, but there's a likelihood that this is going to be a tropical storm. So I mean, I would keep an eye out if you lived like right around this region, but I'm going to be talking about that right now. So anyways, I don't know why I said it like that. Right now, the 00Z GFS just came out right now. And what we're going to look at here is what's going to happen next week. We're also going to take a look at other long-range models, see what they have to say about it as well. GFS, Euro, Canadian model. I think the Canadian model can go that far. Maybe, I'm not sure, but we'll check it anyway. So yeah, let's double check. So this is today. This is like around almost 12 in the morning. It is almost, I mean, speaking of 12 a.m., it's about to be 12 a.m. in like 15 minutes for me. I cannot believe I'm live streaming at this time because I am very tired and I want to go to bed. But anyways, so here's today. We did have some severe weather occur, which I'll be talking about at the end of the stream, hopefully. So this is today. There's no tropical activity yet. This is Monday. This is Tuesday. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you can see something developing on, You can see something developing down here near Cancun, Mexico. That could be like a tropical storm or maybe even a hurricane or a Category 1 hurricane, just depending on how the rapid intensification goes for that area. And you can see a 976 millibar low. That's around a Category 1 hurricane. I'd say the least, Category 1. And then it strengthens to a Category 2. And then you can see a 947 millibar low pressure system. This is a major hurricane probability with this. This is a Category 3, around there. Now, I'm not going to spread panic or anything because, like, if you look at the numbers up here, this goes by hours. We don't know where it's going to make landfall at. We don't know how strong this is going to be. All we know is that this is a likelihood. There's a likelihood of it developing. So right now, the GFS it's just going hardcore on Florida right now. And the exact timing and where it's going to go it's still uncertain. And I do not know where and when it's going to happen. What it's printing out right now, this can actually end up making landfall on Thursday, or it can go to Friday, Saturday, etc. But I don't know if I'm going to buy Thursday because Thursday just doesn't look like the best day for it to make landfall if it goes through rapid intensification. I mean, that would not be good either because it would probably make the hurricane much stronger if it made landfall way later and the trough does not stop it. But yeah, it's not looking good if you're somewhere around Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. This is not looking good. Right now, the 00Z GFS is showing it making landfall near the Tampa area. Right now, it's super uncertain, like I said, where it's going to make landfall at. We could see this end up making landfall around New Orleans or Gulfport, Mobile. I don't know how to pronounce that city name. I'm bad at it. But there's a lot of uncertainty with this. So we don't exactly know what's going to happen. So yeah, this is something to keep an eye out on next week. I will end up doing another live stream possible in case we end up getting something like this. So hopefully this isn't the case. I'm not spreading panic or anything. This is just what the GFS is printing out. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, this is going to happen. This is unlikely. I don't see it making landfall in Florida. But even though we're right around here in the mid-range models, things can still change. I don't see that. I don't see it making landfall there. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for that hurricane and the GFS. Let's look at the previous GFS models, because I think this is pretty interesting to look at. You got 7 people watching. Wow, I did not expect a little bit of people to tune into this. Welcome in, whoever's tuning in. So here's the 12Z GFS. It does show it a bit weaker and stuff like that. You can see it makes landfall Friday morning, like the early morning hours on Friday, like around 3 a.m. or 12 in the morning. This is a 988 millibar low. This is like around like a tropical storm, I'd say, and it doesn't look as organized. And the reason why is because we have some dry air taking over. It's trying to stop it from becoming a major hurricane or something like that. But it's been flip-flopping all over the place. So, I mean, the GFS does GFS things sometimes. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in like the next few days, because I just don't know if this is going to happen. All right, let's check the European model. What do they have to say about it? I always use the European and GFS for long-range models, but they're mostly inaccurate. So the European models shows it really not as like intense, which is good news, but heavy rainfall. It's like producing heavy rainfall around here. You got like maybe a little bit of a waterspout threat for Florida. I would say that, but it doesn't show as a major hurricane like the GFS is showing. I mean, this is just 2 different models like fighting against each other and which one's right. So, like I said, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but the European just doesn't show it as an intense like hurricane or anything like that. It just shows it as like a tropical storm, which I feel like I hope that's the case, but I have a feeling the GFS might be correct on this. If it continues like that, then I think the GFS is definitely going to be right, and I don't want it to be right. That's not going to be good. Let's look at the 18Z GFS. I mean, the 18Z GFS, like, it's still printing out something big, but the landfall is more to the west. 953 millibar, that's kind of close, like to, I'd say around like a category 2 or 3. Not saying what intensity it is, but I'd say this is around there. And then it just moves, it just dies out completely. It doesn't like do what the 00Z did. Like the storm doesn't like continue its way towards, it continues for the 00Z, but the 18Z, it doesn't. So it's been flip-flopping all over the place. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Let's look at the Canadian model. I did promise to show that as well. I don't think it goes that far out, honestly, but we'll see anyway. Does it show anything? I mean, it kind of does. Like, you got a 990 millibar low right here. Maybe a tropical storm at most, but it like the European model, it does show it a bit weaker. Why did I say a bit weaker? It shows it much more weaker than the GFS. I'm just tired, guys. I'm very tired. But anyways, yeah, the Canadian model is definitely showing signs of some sort of storm just making landfall here, and then just dies out completely in Dixie Alley. So that's the Canadian model. I mean, usually it's a little bit more, I don't trust the Canadian model that much. I'm not a big fan of it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, if I were, let me go to GFS real quick. Actually, the CFS, I need to check that. I don't like the CFS. It's really bad. I'm not a big fan of it. Anyways, looking at the CFS, yeah, it's really bad. Like, I don't like the CFS. The CFS is really bad for tropical activity, or forecasting tropical activity. So I don't trust it that much. Let's look at our height and wind. That's the most important one. we'll talk about the trough. We'll talk about the severe weather in the troughs later, but I want to focus on this hurricane, or possible major hurricane. I mean, like 123 knots. That's pretty strong. That's really strong, which is not good. Hello, Matthew. I don't know why I'm awake right now. I should not be awake doing this stream, but I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, this is what it's printing out, which I mean, anything can happen. I mean, right now it just shows landfall here, like around like north, like Tampa, which is a populated area. Hopefully that's not the case and doesn't like become a major hurricane or hits a populated area or anything like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And it just continues. It really does continue into like, I mean, if it continues its way, it might hit like Europe or something as an extratropical cyclone or something like that. But yet again, I don't know what will happen. But yeah, look at that, man. That's pretty impressive. Let's look at it a bit closer. Let's look at it a bit closer. I'm a meteorology student in Kentucky. I chase as well. Hey, I've been chasing for like 1 year. I've been crushing it. The 2024 has been a crazy tornado year. Appreciate your coverage. I try my best. I mean, I'm not the best at it, but I do it because I love it. I really do. Hi, hey, Vine. This is like the most like, wow, 6 people watching. You guys rock. You all rock. You all rock. Yeah, look at that. Wow. That's like north. Okay, this is north of Tampa. I mean, I want to look this up. Let's see the population. Let's see what. I'm not saying this is right, but I'm just looking at which. Oh, Spring Hill is going to get hit. It looks like Crystal River, Brooksville, Homosassa Springs. Oof. Yeah, that's not good. If this was right. And yeah, look at that. You got like an eye too. That's a really organized eye. Man, that's not good. And then it just goes away just like that. You know what? I'm gonna do something fun. Let's look at the supercell composites. Greetings from Brownsville, Texas. Welcome to the stream. Oh wow. Now supercell composites are kind of bad on like tropical activity. I just only look at the wind speeds, but I do this for fun because why not? Let's look at the HODO, the sounding. Yeah, guys, warn the fish. Warn the fish. We might have a possible tornado with this. Greetings from Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. My dad actually goes to Georgia for his. He goes to a dealership in northern Georgia, which is really, really cool. Yeah, he owns a company. He's a really good person. I love my dad so much. I want to take him storm chasing one day. I really do. Am I delayed? No, I'm not. Okay. Well, I'm not done streaming yet. I'm just going to continue streaming for a little bit. Then I'm going to wrap it up because I am tired. Very, very tired. I want to go to bed. But anyways, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we see like a little tornado threat if anywhere. If the GFS is correct, the tornado threat could become a thing in Florida if this hurricane were to make landfall there. So that's nice. I bet he's a nice person. He is. Yes. Large wedge tornado. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, let's look at that. I have radar scope, by the way. Yeah, where's the wedge? Where's the tornado warning? Yeah, I don't see it. So I thought. No, I'm just screwing with you. But yeah, there's no wedge though. There's no wedge. Unless you're talking about a previous tornado event that occurred in New York, because there were a decent amount of tours that happened up there, but I mean, it's whatever. Anyways, let's talk about the severe weather threat because I want to go to bed. All right, let's look at the SPC. I just saw a cow fly by my window. Man, you must be living in Twister IRL right now. What is? Oh, I forgot. I have to go to national and yeah, duh. So here's our severe weather threat. This is for like I said, there's 3 areas of interest. One being in New Mexico, and 2 being in Iowa or in the Northeast. But the thing is, the tornado threat didn't verify, but there was one tornado report in around Texas, which was a brief dusty tornado that didn't like really do much damage. It was just brief, I'd say. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I didn't like, I wanted to chase that, but at the same time, I just don't want, I don't want to. I want to, but I can't. So, I mean, I think I discussed the day 1 for panel outlook from yesterday stream. Just fun and pal, take it easy. Okay, I don't know what you're saying. All right, here's tomorrow's outlook. I don't know if I'm gonna chase this because I'm gonna go bowling with my friends. I'm going bowling at 1 p.m. I am a good bowler. I love to do that stuff. The only sport that I want to try out in, or if I were into sports, I would definitely play golf or soccer. I mean, I did play soccer for like 13, 14 years, but that's pretty much it. About 10 people watching. That's like the highest I've ever gotten in a stream. That's crazy. Y'all, that's crazy. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel and everything. That's awesome. If you want us to follow me on Twitter, it's in the description, including Caden's Twitter. Caden's the real channel owner as well. So follow him on Twitter and also subscribe to him on YouTube. He's a good friend of mine from Virginia. We plan on chasing together next year once I do like live streams and stuff. Bro, if you look at extended GFS mile, there's another category 4 hitting Tampa area for October 5th. Well, the thing is, if I were to look at that right now, John, if I were to look at that, the models are super inaccurate, way far out. Like, look at this. I don't trust that. That's like 300 hours out. If you were to go on like, if you were going to check the models and you're saying, oh, this is going to happen 300 hours out, don't buy it. Like, it's not going to happen. Models do change a lot recently. So I don't really trust it that much. So yeah, I really don't. Yeah, it does. Like it hits Cuba too. It hits Cuba. Now, man, now I don't want to end the stream, but I mean, I have to worry about sleeping. But anyways, yeah, it does show something occurring down there. But yet again, it's far out. Things can easily change. And like the previous GFS like models, it didn't show like anything. Like the 18Z or 12Z didn't show like anything at all in October, but now like the 00Z is going violent. It's just going like crazy mode on the on that one storm that probably won't happen, but I mean, you never know. Mother Nature can pull something off here. I'm the type of dude who doesn't underestimate Mother Nature. But anyways, back to the severe weather topic. So yeah, we have a long marginal risk of severe weather, including my neck of the woods here in St. Louis. And yes, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Typical guy from there. So, I mean, And you got, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And then let's look at our fourth panel. It's driven off of damaging winds and hail. The tornado threat is just close to zero. I mean, it's possible we could see a tornado threat get issued somewhere around like Texas. I think that's where the greatest threat is going to be at. But other than that, I don't see much like occurring tomorrow. I thought tomorrow would be a good chase day to go for, but this trough just looked pretty bad. Like the low level jet was really bad too. And I mean, it had to do that to me. Thanks, bro. I hate fear mongers. I do too. People just love to spread like a lot of fear to other people and panic. Like if I go on Twitter right now and I see like, OMG, Category 5 hurricane coming to New Orleans or something like that. Like you're just spreading this panic and you're not really helping anyone at this point. I think they deserve to have a better, they deserve a better warning system. Well, better warning thing. I don't know how to pronounce that. But if I were to live in the tropics around here, although the models are uncertain with stuff, I would be like preparing just in case. That's what I want to do. Jim Katory is the most important man in the world. He is. Jim Katory is he's the GOAT. Yeah, and yes, I have actually met Reed Timmer in person before. That was probably back in April 15th of 2024, whenever I chased in Kansas, which pretty much busted. And then the next day I saw a strong tornado in Salem, Iowa, which caused high NDF2 damage. It was a really cool looking tornado. Although Greenfield tops it all off later on. Greenfield was the most craziest tornado I've ever seen in person, which I'll buy it. I'll buy the Greenfield tornado. I mean, at my age, I'm 19 years old. I would never experience a tornado that would get to 300 mile per hour winds. I would never thought I would get something like that. And yet here I am. I'm talking about it. I always talk about it on Twitter because of how important and historic that tornado was. And it's super crazy to think about. And unfortunately, there was a woman who passed away a mile ahead of me north of Corning when I was recording the tornado at the time. And it's sad. It really is. It breaks my heart to hear about that and everything. And I hope the daughter did reach out to me and I talked to her and I reposted her GoFundMe and everything. She deserved the funeral to go up and with the stuff and everything. I felt so bad. It was so sad. I was just upset about that. I didn't want to see someone die from a tornado, and unfortunately it's how storm chasing is. It really sucks. But anyways, let's look at our temperature outlooks. I know you guys are curious about the temperatures, so we're going to take a look at them anyway. You got some above average temperatures around here. Almost everyone, I think I discussed this in the previous stream, but if you haven't seen this, I am going to talk about it again. Everyone is going to be above average. If you live in this area, you're probably going to be a little bit cooler. But if you live in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, you're definitely going to experience probably the same temperatures as the South is experiencing, but at the same time, it's not going to be normal fall for you guys. So, but yeah. 6 likes. Let's go. Let's get to 10 likes. Hit that like button. I want to hit that goal, if that's okay. Anyways, if you're in Washington, you're pretty much going to be cool. You're the only state that's probably going to experience cooler temperatures, which it's a good thing for you guys. And if you're in Florida, I feel bad for you. You're probably going to experience heat. And I think everyone will be above average except for parts of Washington. Washington, I think you're getting lucky. Washington, I think you're definitely not going to experience much at all. So All right, let's look at our participation. Like I said previously, above average in Georgia, Alabama, Florida, South Carolina. It's going to be pretty dry up here in the Midwest, or upper Midwest, and the Great Plains. Barely going to experience any rain. Ohio is also going to be above the temperature. They're going to experience rain for the first time in a long time. They're in a serious drought, unfortunately. Hopefully that will save them from dehydration. And yet again, and the drought conditions will get wider, but they will not be as intense, thankfully. Also, the participation will definitely slowly die out later on for 8 through 14. Yeah, I appreciate the compliment. I really do. You're a good person too. Everyone, I wouldn't say everyone is perfect in this world. I don't find myself perfect in this world, but the reason why I want to become a storm chaser is because I want to help lives. I want to, get footage, save lives. That's what I want to do. It's like becoming a firefighter or a police officer, if you know what I mean. And I really enjoy it. But here, yeah, this is our temperatures. Pretty hot in the deep south. So make sure you drink lots of water. I mean, drinking water is good for you. Like drink 10 waters a day. I mean, and you got this line over here, and you could see some cooler temperatures up here in the plains, like 54 degrees in Goodland, Kansas, 58 degrees somewhere in like Dodge City, 61 in Denver. Pretty cool temperatures for you guys. And for me, I am unfortunate. I mean, it's kind of fortunate. It's 82 degrees. So, yeah. All right, well, that's pretty much it. I don't have much to say, really. I'm probably going to give out another update in the next, few days, see if anything changes. So, I really appreciate the support. 8 likes. Okay, I mean, I don't care if we don't get to 10 likes. I really don't care. 8 likes is good enough. Well, we'll go higher soon. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today. I'm going to go to bed. I'm really tired. I just want to bowl tomorrow with my friends. So, yeah, I wish you all a good night. I'll see you all.